Welcome back to Walton. Hey, fabulous. Number 427, Sarah Whitmore, only the second woman to qualify for a pro race in Canada. Good luck to Sarah. There's the boys on the line. This first MX2 shootout we brought to you by Suzuki Canada. The General J.K. Lee with the third up, Brian. This is going to be some kind of race.
Did you see number 33, Jay Burke, picking the clumps of mud out of his tires so he has optimum braking traction on the front end. All new start for this year, people. Nice and wide, and it's pretty safe. But boy, are they ever hauling. 1E Willard takes the whole shot. What else is through those KTMs?
The Royal Distributing hole shot goes to number 1E, Michael Willard, and that was the on-track hole shot, Cam. What a beauty. Look at Willard out in front. We've got Jake Weimer in second place and Dusty Klatt in third. The boys are tight right now, Babs.
Some proven winners up front early. There's Chisholm, and looks like Pico Chamberlain in that 5-pack. Again on that All Those Shoes KTM. Look at Willard, a big moment, jumps down, leg off, looks over, there's Jake Weimer. The pass is done, an ultra-aggressive early moto move by Weimer. And you know what? When you get out front early, man, you can check out. So we'll keep our eye on Weimer. Look at this. Chisholm and Klatt get by Willard. Willard goes from first to fifth. Chamberlain got him also there.
Chisholm in second place, number 1W, Dusty Klatt in third. What was with that giant water puddle down there, Brian? The track was soaked.
Well, I think that it's just been a hard area to drain. They've been pumping water off this track, pumping into barrels, into tankers. They've been pumping it into the pits. This track was a mess, so considering what we had, the track crew did an awesome job.
Look at Kyle Chisholm up in second place with that inside run over the finish line. And here the boys funnel through. Let's get back to that start.
Yeah, sorry, Traz. Here they come. We've got trouble in the back. Guys down. Ouch. And look, it's soft there and clumpy. Those guys just got tangled up.
That was number 45, Joel Saracen had a moment. Look at this. We have a new leader, number 732, Kyle Chisholm. Weimer back to second and Klatt in third.
All kinds of interesting stuff going on at the front of the pack. Unreal. Weimer comes to Chisholm, and Klatt is right there. All these guys have won motos. Can't stress that enough. And look at Weimer kind of over-jump that natural double, and you can really see it stifle his drive on the landing.
Great to see a Suzuki in the MX2 class. They didn't have a good showing in the East. Weimer was strong in the West, and now he's in second place, but he's got Dusty Klatt hot in his heels. Look at the rut starting to form in this section, Brian. It is tight.
Oh, Weimer hits that. Looks like he hit that tractor tire with his front end, just stifled him there for a sec. Klatt got gathered up, and now those four strokes, when they stall, man, you might as well just head back to the pits. He's losing a ton of time trying to fire that thing up.
Klatt on the inside takes care of Pierce Chamberlain. That moves him into third place, Brian. Little bobble, and he's back in the mix.
Exactly. Klatt got screwed up there with Weimer. Want to comment on Weimer and Chisholm, both showing really well at Loretta Lynn's here. Couple of seconds for both of them in two classes. So just showing what kind of talent up here in Canada. And there's Charbonneau on the Blackfoot Honda. That guy might as well have stayed a privateer, because once he switched to Blackfoot, he has had zero luck.
Yeah, that first moto in Moncton was good for him, but after that, treble, number 378, Matt Barnes has got Jay Burke hot in his heels. I love this section. Kawasaki down. Number 21, Ryan Lockhart, does not look good.
He's crawling out of the way. Barnes doubled by Burke on the natural double for 7th place, so battles all throughout the pack here. There's our leader right now, Chisholm, and he's got his arch rival. That is Michael Willard behind him. Remember, Willard passed him at the last round to clinch the Eastern Championship.
What's going on?
He doubles up the inside.
What was Chisholm
aggressive
doing?
move. Chisholm, I think, might have some problems. He had his hand off the bar there. Willard just sacked up and doubled into the lead. Outstanding ride, but we'll have to keep our eye on Chisholm. He's not that comfortable looking right now.
Well, he had the hand up and got back on the gas, but it did definitely look like he had a problem. Let's check the lines out now. Klatt swinging wide. This is the approach to the step-up, Brian. It has changed from last year.
It really,
there you go.
Maybe he's got a flat or his bike is missing. Klatt just styling on the big step-up, landing perfectly. We'll have to keep our eye on Chisholm. He's definitely not in attack mode right now. 802, Aaron Dieter up on Snellgrove. The dice for 13th. Really good. Snellgrove, a local boy. And you know what? Dieter's been getting good starts. Kind of impressed with him. But look at the 3-pack of riders right now. This is for 3rd place. We've got Chamberlain. Mitch Cook from out of nowhere has caught this grouping of riders. Ultra aggressive in the deep ruts up on Chisholm. And look, Chisholm is not jumping Obviously a bike problem because he doesn't have the confidence to jump that. He definitely has the skill sets to jump that, no problem.
Some speed in the straightaways, you're right. Getting to the obstacles, not making it happen. As we get back to this battle for 27.
Sarah Whitmore.
Oh, Whitmore goes down. Brian, in an instant, in those ruts, you can drop the bike down.
Absolutely. She's doing a helmet sample. She's riding that two-stroke 125.
Oh, you're right.
She keeps it running. There she goes, but she's losing a ton of time. I tell you, it is very difficult out here, even for our top pros, let alone our privateer guys and our privateer. Oh, and there's Chisholm right there. This is a guy that's capable of winning races looking like a novice. He just got a little sideways on one of those clumps of dirt. Bam, clotheslines himself.
Right into the tractor tire, similar to the one that Weimer went down. Okay, this is the battle for first place. We have a pair of ones on the track, Brian. 1E and Willard in the lead, 1W Clad in second place.
Wow.
Check the lines now. This is very important, tight part of the track. And it's all about drive coming up to the natural double.
They're taking similar lines, and then Klatt takes a peek on another outside rut, but it's all about picking a rut.
Whoa.
And Willard is right off the gas.
What is going on?
There's a yellow flag at the top of the hill. Definitely. And you know what? We got Shauna Nellis from MXP right there with the camera, and Lee Tinkler on the top of the hill, who is Willard's suspension tech. Nick Klatt, he's looking back. He wants, what happens here now is Willard has to pass him back.
Why doesn't he stop, though, Brian? Why doesn't he stop and let him ride?
Klatt has to stop right now. Looking back, it's not doing any good. Look, as soon as Klatt slows down, Willard slows down. Willard's no dummy. He knows the rules. Klatt has to let Willard by, and then the officials will forgive him for passing on the yellow.
Here it is right here.
Yeah, here it is. Klatt's got a great line. Willard, not a sloucher. He's got a good line, but Willard is looking up where Klatt is looking down.
You're right.
So Willard rides the brakes, sees what's up. There's Shauna, there's Lee, there's the yellow flag.
There was another flag before the double.
There was.
On the outside, though, Brian. It was not on the inside, so maybe Klatt didn't see that one.
There was, two flags involved, so
tricky situation.
Right now, Willard, a very savvy heads-up racing move, not passing Klatt back. Now, the battle for third. We've got Colton Fasciati on a bone stock 06 aluminum frame Kawasaki, and he's chasing down Chamberlain.
He had a terrible start, but he's been knifing through the pack, taking care of business. Look at this into the back section, Brian. This straightaway is new this year. Fasciati on the inside, Chamberlain swings wide. That's for fourth, Babs.
Great job for Fasciati. I've seen passes from both the outside and the inside section of the track. Jake Weimer now after his problem. He avoids a down rider. Weimer up into the top 10 right now, so working back after his incident with Klatt. Now Fasciati on that bone stock 06 KX, pressuring Mitch Cook for third.
Look at the inside line. Does he have Cook? He does. It's starting to get really choppy back there, Brian, as they work their way towards the amateur finish line. Great start for Mitch Cook, though, showing his wares,
Yeah, great pass by Fasciati, but look at Cook. He's got his head up, he bobbles, he knifes in a bit, but he's looking up, and he's not going to give up on Colton Fasciati right now, up the new, hey, that's the new version of that Walton wall.
You better believe it is. As we get back to number 1E, this is Michael Willard, who is in second place at the moment, getting his last lap flag. Yes, he is. We'll have to see what happens with Klatt and that yellow flag situation.
Chamberlain!
Look at Chamberlain.
Chamberlain beating that Blackfoot star, Mitch Cook, right here. And you know what, Walton? Makes or breaks a lot of riders' career. You're only as good as your last act. This is the last national of the year. Chamberlain showed his wares. That's going to be awesome for his negotiations for next year. Klatt knifes it in, cuts over those ruts nicely. Klatt takes the win, but I bet she's going to get docked for that yellow pass.
Colton, a great ride. How's that brand new bike? Because you look real good on it.
Dude, it's unbelievable out there. Track was awesome. The bike was working awesome out there. I think I should just ride stock bikes from now on.
Is that the key, the stock bikes? Colton, you came from way back too, man. You didn't get the start you wanted. We were finding lines. How's the track deteriorating out there?
The track's not too bad. It's pretty much my style out there. I found some awesome lines out there. The bike was just working for me. I just pushed hard every lap. I didn't even know I was really that far up there. I started so far back.
Leaderboard, first MX2 Moto. Yes, Dusty Klatt was penalized, moved back 5 positions to 6th place after the win. So that means Willard was your winner, Fasciati in second, and Chamberlain in third. Hey, how about another whole shot for the KTMs? First MX1 Moto coming up. Oh, welcome back to Walton, first MX1 Moto. Good shot at number 2, Damon Huffman, and number 16, Gavin Graysick. Those boys are gunning for a podium position. There they are, the boys are on the line in this first MX1 Moto, brought to you by Yamaha Motor Canada. Brian, what a great day we have. The track is starting to try out, and the general goes to 5.
Travis, we got to keep our eye on number 16, number 6 on the Suzuki, number 2 on the Honda, and number 4 on the Yamaha. They are all in the battle for second overall. Of course, Wah has clinched it. Here they come. 16, Gavin Graysick with a beautiful start. Look at those fast 450 Suzuki. All our major players are in the top group. I cannot believe it. You could not have wrote a better script.
Number 16, Gavin Graysick with the Royal Distributing Hole shot. Here is our lead pack. How about number 802, Aaron Dieter with a great start. Dougie D, Lothridge, and Shane Bass.
See the acceleration on Lothridge on the number 10 Cowie out of that corner, just hooked up perfectly. Here's the race. Our 4 big players, 5 points separating them for number 2, 3, 4, 5 in the championship. KJ on the outside looks aggressive on Huffman. In the meantime, number 4 Decker, solid as a rock. What do we call that guy? Money in the bank. But look at KJ, Trav. Oh, and KJ gets a little cross-rutted, able to stay on the bike. We'll see if Lothridge could have got by him there.
Lothridge is fast enough to run with this lead pack, Brian. No doubt about it as he makes his way up on KJ. The outside line, the foot out through the rust. As we get back to the battle for second place, we've got Decker, Huffman on the inside looking strong.
Decker riding those defensive lines, but right now it's Lothridge looking really threatening on KJ on that 2-stroke with the explosive power. The only 2-stroke in this top 5 grouping. But right now, Graysick running the blue seat the first time all year. His mechanic was just stoked on the bike prep. Graysick out there has got his mojo and he's got his flow. Look how wide it is though. Couple guys up the middle. It looks easy here, but it's all clumpy ruts. And we've seen guys, you get one wheel wrong, you're down. That's Lockhart.
Lockhart and Morgan.
And Blair Morgan can't buy a break. And you know what? Morgan has had some great results at Walton over the years.
That was just after the bowl turn though, so some issues early as we get back to our lead 3. Graysick still in the lead, Decker in second, Huffman, now he's showing, KJ showing Huffman a wheel.
Decker actually put a little bit of a gap between himself and Huffman. KJ's on the inside, gets a good drive on that ultra powerful RMZ 450. Gap it out to Lothridge just slightly. Now, a battle that has been raging for 10th. Number 9, Brad Hegseth, and number 23, Eric Vallejo, both on the 05 YZ250. But not teammates. And look at Hegseth shows them the side of the track, but Vallejo, persistent, holds that gas on, crisscrosses over. Here we go, under braking side by side, and a great knife in by Eric Vallejo. I think he's got the position from Haglas.
Well, Hegseth is starting to show some mojo again, Brian, after that really debilitating rib injury. I like his speed today. Look at this little left-hander. Huffman starting to move up on Decker. I love how deep the rut is in there, Brian, as we get back to our leader, number 16, Gavin Graysick.
Looking really good. But Huffman's such a beautiful, stylish rider. You watch Huffy, and he does everything right. He's just poetry in motion out there on the motorcycle. Decker, like I said before, that guy is money in the bag. Rock solid. I tell you what, you can always bet on Craig Decker for a top 3, I'm telling you.
These guys are also so smooth too, Brian. They make very little mistakes, but I think that has a lot to do with the experience. A lot of laps on the track. They don't feel pressure. They just ride their own race.
And you know, Decker doesn't like the ruts, and he certainly doesn't like this Walton track. You can't tell by watching him right now. No, he never has liked it here, but he's doing extremely well. But Huffman showing him a wheel. This is awesome. Drag racing. They get into top gear down here in the crouch. Looks like Huffy has got the advantage. Under braking makes the pass at the end of the big straight. Decker solid in third right now.
He looked very hesitant coming down that straightaway as they dropped into the bowl. Looked like he backed off a little bit.
Yeah, I probably didn't want to flip or go over the bars. If you start to get flustered and try and do it all in one corner, you can crash. Then where are you? Nowhere. He's got a championship to think about. And
Morgan's down again.
Morgan's whole flow after that contact with Lockhart. Yeah, he is just not feeling it right now. He's slow getting up, and we've got a rider down. That's Trevor Hall. He's holding. He just said, I think I broke my leg. I can read his lips right there. He's at the top of the natural double. I'm sorry, it's the big step up.
Yep.
The big step up. But look at all the Red Cross flags and yellows up there. His red-haired brother there, that's Tyler Hall, right on the scene. So let's hope they can get him attended to. But Grayson just kicking it out. That is about the only jump on the track where the face is smooth.
These two boys are going at it hard. Number 23, Eric Vallejo on that Morgan Racing Yamaha. And Brad Hagseth, who is not giving up. Let's face it, Fabs, like you said, if you want to show, put it in your last race. People will remember this.
Exactly, Hagseth on the Yamaha Canada Shift Racing Team number 9. Vallejo on that ultra-competitive Morgan International Race Team. Now we've got number 10, Evan Lothridge, getting some pressure from 102, Shane Best. This is for 5th place. They're already into some lappers, both two-stroke machines. And I'll tell you, Lothridge, he rides that clutch in these ruts. He just keeps the throttle pinned and just works the clutch. Very hard on the bike, but very effective in lap times.
Number 2, Damon Huffman getting his last lap flag as we get back to number 23 and 9, Brad Hagseth and Vallejo, who are going at it like crazy. To our leader, number 16 on his final post. Gavin Grayson has been riding like a champion, especially in the later part of the season, Brian. With Wah out, he's the boss dog.
Yeah, Wah not riding today because of his broken ribs, so he's on the sidelines, but Grayson styling. You know, he won both 125 motos here 2 years ago. He loves this Walton facility.
Oh, look at the crowd here today. Fabulous Southern Ontario loves their motocross, and they love Damon Huffman. But there were problems in the first MX1 Moto. Some penalties handed out to Huffman, Decker, Johnson, and Lothridge for doubling on a Red Cross flag. Sherwinner, Best in second, and Homans in third.
You look pretty winded, pretty tough out there. Those ruts real technical.
Yeah, not so bad. I mean, fitness wasn't a factor. It was just, it's a little humid, and you got to pay attention to those ruts. They'll grab you, so it's important to pick the right one, not one that's going to slow you up or cause you to crash, and I just got to go out and do the same thing next moto.
People can come all the way around to check this one out.
Tell me Dusty Klatt doesn't have something to prove after being docked 5 positions. He was seriously pissed in his trailer. So we gotta watch 1W out there. And there he is right up the inside. Not best start, it's Willard again. But Willard drifts wide. He got the Royal Distributing hole shot.
Through the on-track hole shot cam, you got to see Michael Willard with a hole shot. But look who's out in front already. Number 1W and Dusty Klatt.
And I'm loving number 14, Colton Fasciotti. Weaver's in there. Oh, Weaver's down early. Get that bike up, Jakey. You know what? This kid's one of the fastest on the line. Great replay of the start. Look at Northrop, knife in, and look how wide. A big moment for the guys on the inside. Jay Burke goes sideways and takes a bunch of guys down.
Medaglia riding over top of Dieter. Unbelievable.
You know, Medalia's not happy with the start. I was talking to his dad. They figured the outside picks were very unfair, but didn't hear that comment from any of the other teams, so none of that was addressed.
Back to the straightaway after the finish line. Again, very wide, Brian, very technical. Tons of ruts out there as the boys funnel through.
It's nice to see a little dust forming, but you know what? Those ruts are starting to bake now. So they're getting like concrete, even more unforgiving. Now Barnes in 4th. We've got Willard, just like the first moto. Willard went down to 5th, and a big moment showing what can happen. He almost got gathered up into the forest there, Travis. That was a close call. He's got to change his gotchis after this one.
Ruts can cause havoc. Klatt already with a giant lead. I saw Fasciotti looking down at his bike. He may have a problem.
Yes.
And look at Northrop on the inside. Look at these pair of Kawasaki's. Loving Jeff Northrop, though. He's all about it.
And that guy is built like, yeah, you know what, how solid as a rock. Short, stocky guy. Fasciotti obviously looking down. I can hear a little sputtering. That bone stock bike might not be up to the rigors of a pro national just yet. But talking to the Cowie team, they cannot wait to get their hands on that bike and develop it into a race machine.
Fasciotti on the inside is definitely being pressured by a pair of KTMs with Barnes and Willard right behind him. So we're gonna have to check to see if he's gonna be able to hold his line. Brian, again, so impressed with the KTMs. From start to finish this season, Andy White's had that team dialed in.
Oh, big time. You know, Barnes was touted by Blackfoot last year, was actually hired by them. They just were talking up a storm. Then he got hurt, couldn't perform. KTM picked him up. Now we got Matt Barnes in Canada this year. It's awesome.
Willard moving up on this pair. Now we've got 5 bikes in here as Chisholm moves into the package.
And look at those bursts down to that off camber. They're 3 feet high.
Fats, look at the bikes in here.
It's just a melee here of riders just trading paint, trading positions. And look at these ruts. And Willard, you know, with that rut, he makes it work for him through kind of the middle to the outside. Gets a wicked slingshot effect with that explosive KTM power. Just notches one up on Barnes. But Barnes aggressive on the inside. And we cut over to this camera angle to pick up the action. Awesome. Willard hung on to it.
Oh,
and
little
look at
contact
Chisholm taps Barnes' back in.
Through the bowl turn, let's set it back up again. 1E, that's Willard in 3rd. We've got Barnes in 4th, Chisholm in 5th. There's your leader, though, Dusty Klatt, who is starting to gap the field. Brian, there's nobody around.
He's already got 10 seconds. Chisholm, the danger man right now, finding some good lines on Barnes. And look, it is drying out a bit, so there are some sections where the ruts aren't such a factor, and that's where the guys can really just cut and thrust and pick a line. And look at the body English on Willard. He's a tall kid, very stylish, but when he gets an idea in his head to make a pass, man, he's gonna do it.
He stayed on the gas around that corner. It was unbelievable. And Fat Jody with some issues in Mechanics Row.
Yeah.
Back to the battle for 2nd place. We've got Northrup in 2nd. Look at Willard on the inside. Look at how running up this there, Brian. KTM in 2nd.
You notice the guys are all starting to go to the inside.
Yes.
They were taking the outside every lap. They saw some movement on the inside. The guys are trying it. It takes a lot of courage to go into a completely new area of the track when you're out there battling, because you don't know what is hiding inside some of those ruts and those braking bumps and some bomb holes.
I think they were staying wide to carry speed, but there's no point because over top of that camelback, you got to slow down into the bowl turn anyway.
Very
as we get
exciting.
back to the battle for 3rd place.
Exactly, Travers. Good point. Very exciting part of the racetrack back there for the spectators. And Klatt, a man possessed, just like a pinball. He just rebounds and ricochets over anything. He's got his head down. He has actually got 22 seconds, and we're only into the halfway point.
Look at the way he is riding this track like a man possessed. The battle for 2nd place. Chisholm on the inside through those ruts before the finish line. Brian, they are unbelievable. You got to get in there and hang. Here we go to the straightaway. Chisholm on the inside.
Tell me Chisholm doesn't got something to prove here after being bettered by Willard. He makes the pass right there on the inside. Willard goes wide. Chisholm has a ton to prove to his team, to himself, and to the fans. And for him to beat Michael Willard is sweet redemption.
Bike problems and a crash in the first moto, so you're right, some redemption. But remember, Willard does not have to beat Chisholm in order to win the shootout.
No.
As Kyle Keese goes inside on Snellgrove.
Couple of Southwestern Ontario boys, they know each other well. Big Keese has got the upper hand, and you know what? I wouldn't be surprised to see him picked up by a team like Richmond or Blackfoot or even KTM for that matter for next year, and that is 8th place.
There's Chuck Mesley, who's having a pretty decent Eastern season, coming back from some injuries. He's been showing some speed. Okay, here we go. The battle for 5th place. We've got Barnes 378 and number 49, Pierce Chamberlain.
Chamberlain, the best of the rest right now. I'm telling you, he is an awesome rider, and he's beaten Mesley. He's beaten a lot of the local boys. This is back around 15th place. That is Snellgrove.
Yep, Snellgrove must have a problem
Under
falling
pressure,
back.
and there's Mesley was in that mix back there. You know, Mesley looking good, sporting that new Mohawk hairdo and the blue rims on his Yamaha. Look awesome.
Through the bowl turn, Brian, through the bowl turn.
Sweet stuff. Chamberlain pressuring on Barnes. This is what Chamberlain needs to secure a position. We're going trackside with Ryan.
All right, down here with Johnny Balducci. Johnny, man, Dusty is absolutely annihilating the field. Was he pretty fired up after the first moto protest nonsense?
Yeah, he was a little bit pissed off, a little upset. You know, he won by 25 seconds, and they docked him 5 positions. He's real pissed off and fired up, and he just wants to go out there and prove his point.
Wow, the Blackfoot team is pissed this weekend. Brian, as we get back to the battle for 3rd place, Willard on the inside, and look at NorCal showing him a wheel.
Well, you know, if Dusty didn't pass a double on the yellow, this wouldn't have happened. Blackfoot's upset when the rules aren't enforced. They're more upset when they are enforced. Come on, Blackfoot, come on. Dusty, this is racing. Dusty should have stopped. That was a learning experience. He's not going to make that mistake twice. This is racing, and there's rules out there.
He won't as we get back to the battle for 5th place. That's the KTMs getting their last lap flag. Barnes and Chamberlain, who is riding phenomenal today as we get back to our leader, number 1W, Dusty Klatt, on his final approach.
Proving a point, and I love Dusty Klatt, but you can't be too upset at the officials. There it is. Oh, and he's got a little sign language for the officials there. I wonder if he'll get docked for that.
Well, that is unbelievable as we get to our leaderboard. Second MX2 Moto, the final one for the shootout. You know your winner, Dusty Klatt, putting it all to bed. A 47-second lead, Brian. Chisholm in second and Willard in third.
Coming into this race, I wasn't nervous, but I was excited because I knew I could put down fast lap times here and be consistent because I know this track fairly well. And with this season that I had, I had to put a good ride in. I mean, third in the first moto by fluke pretty much, or the fourth, and then sixth that moto. I just tried to stay consistent and really wanted to get a good finish overall.
All right, MX2 Moto number 2 winner, Dusty Klatt right here. This guy was on the gas, Dusty. You stretched it out like unbelievable right there. Looks like you had something to prove that second moto.
I definitely was too happy about the mishap in that first moto, and speaking was kind of sour for me, and I definitely wanted to prove my point in the second moto and did just that.
All right, the 125 East champ right here, Michael Willard, ran third in that moto, but he's going to claim the overall here, the shootout. Mike, a great ride, nice and consistent. Looks like you knew you had the win because you were pointing to me over here on the natural.
Yeah, first moto I got a good start, and somehow everybody got around me, and Dusty got in a little bit of trouble for jumping on the yellow flag, so I put him back a couple spots, and I knew I had to finish fourth or better, so that's what I did, and got the overall.
The East beats West in the shootout. We got 2 Eastern boys, 1 Western boys with the Stetsons.
Moto of the season, General Jakey Lee with the point. Let's get to the line. The 30 board is up. This final moto, this MX1 Moto, will be brought to you by Honda Canada. Tell you what, Fabs, the 14th running in the Trans-Can. It's been a great week of racing here.
Absolutely. Graysick with a huge advantage with that win and not jumping on the yellow and red cross like those other 3 guys. So the race looks like it is for third, fourth, and fifth in the championship. But Decker with a huge hole shot.
Oh, big crash, Fabs.
Oh, no, as Blair Morgan is down. Blair Morgan down in a heap, and it looked like Decker almost jumped the gate. He had such a huge shot, but there's Huffman quickly by in first, Graysick second, and I don't even see KJ anywhere in the top 10.
Treadwell looked like he had a great start, Brian. Look how wide the track is. Decker swings out, Graysick through the middle, and Huffman through those ruts has the lead.
Graysick super aggressive on the corner before the straight, got on the gas before anyone had the drive at the end. Now he's giving Huffman fits right now for first place, and Graysick yanks the tail off. He's able to soak up the lip and stay lower, lands and makes the pass. But Damon Huffman will not give up. Guaranteed, we're going to have to keep abreast of Decker. He's right there as well. So again, most of the key players in there, we're going to find out where KJ is.
Graysick got great drive coming off the step up, and then Huffman swung wide through those ruts and had to back off a little bit. Now in second place, Decker in third.
Remember John Sebastian Waugh not riding today. He damaged some ribs last week in St. Julie. He toughed it out there to clinch the championship. He's on the sidelines here signing autographs and representing Blackfoot.
All right, Fabulous, as we see the boys funnel over, let's go to the replay of the start.
This is the on-track hole shot cam. You can see Decker jump the gate there. He did get the Royal Distributing hole shot, but if he's penalized, it will go to number 2, Damon Huffman. Now, we look a little further. There's Morgan, gets clipped by Dubé. Dubé is aggravation for a lot of these riders. He is in a lot of first turn melees, and Morgan does not need this at the last moto of the year. Zeb Dennis, number 13, a class act, actually stops to see if Morgan's okay. And there's Graysick soaking up the face of that big step up as Huffman goes wide. So Graysick in first, and you know what? Blair looks visibly shaken. He does not need this at the last race. The crowd cheering for him. That guy is the Superman. You know what? That guy got a huge award in Saskatchewan by some dignitaries. That guy deserves the Order of Canada. Hear that, politicians? Blair Morgan, Order Canada, give it to him.
He is that tough, Fabulous. He is that tough.
Guy's a world superstar.
As we get back to our leaders, the top 10 funneling through Mechanics Row, the action is intense. Look at this. We've got Jay Burke, and there's Dubé around the outside. This track is really setting up nice, Fab.
Look at the soil and the loam they brought in here. If we didn't have that rain, the whole track would look like that. But these riders have these ruts to contend with, which are ultra technical. And you can see the speed starting to decrease there. When it's dry, the guys are just jumping down. This is the race for 7th Treadwell, number 15, lets his teammate go because his teammate is in that points chase.
You're right about that, though. Coming down into that left-hander, ruts everywhere. It is scary out there, definitely scary. Look at the way that Grayson is kicking around through that back section.
Hugely dangerous everywhere out there. And there's Decker getting a stop and go. He had the black flag from the referee. So this is his penalty for jumping the start. Come on, Jakey, count it out. Let the guy go.
He is not happy, Pat.
Oh, my goodness. As a rider, what that does to you mentally, you want to kill someone after something like that. So Decker will be possessed after this little black flag incident.
Fabs, look at this battle for 11th. Number 33, Jay Burke, and number 51, Pete Raymer. A couple of Ontario guys who are super impressive. I love the way that Raymer rides the two-stroke grind. He gets on the gas, and he's a big guy. He knows how to ride it.
Raymer not known for a rider that's gentle on equipment. He just kills bikes, but he's super fast, super likable character in the pits.
And strong as an ox, Brian. As we get back to that downhill section again, we've got, looks like Treadwell with a problem.
Jeez.
Number 117 is down as Vallejo runs into his back. That's Ryan Toe that went down.
Stymies Vallejo there for a sec. Now the danger man is Dubé on that KTM. Dubé involved in that Blair Morgan incident. Dubé kicking his right foot there. He's probably got some mud in the brake assembly there or on his boot. So clearing that up. Now Decker on Jay Burke. Remember how Jay Burke and him battled last weekend at St. Julie. Burke held him up for about 6 laps. Looks like Decker by as Grayson doing it all right.
What, did you see how he went inside and had that smooth line? Smooth as silk, Brian, as we get back to number 378 and 4, Craig Decker. This is just outside the top 10 with a nice line on the inside. You're right, riding possessed, that man.
Good to see Barnes there doing both classes. Now Hagseth and Dubé, number 8-9. Dubé on the inside on that 450 KTM. The battle for 8th place right in front of us. Hagseth, number 9 on the 252 stroke, looks aggressive here.
Oh, yeah.
And with these switchbacks, the two-stroke is lighter, and there's 44 Montez going berserker on number 77, and that is
for
Tim Trombley.
And that's for 15th, Brian. Johnny Montez barely made it into the program, but showing that he belongs as we get back to number 10, Evan Lothridge, who's in 3rd place right now.
Lothridge looking wicked, but like I mentioned, Hovis just noses himself there. Gives an advantage to Decker, but manages to twist that throttle and hold Decker behind him. Montez, we got to talk about his antics at the Industry Golf Tournament. He was a riot out there. And there's Dubé with trouble. Gets hung up on those ultra-technical ruts. Gives a position to Hagler.
Number 15, Iron Mike Treadwell in 6th place right now, Brian. Been battling the arm pump. He looks solid today. Great defense. Back to Dubé and Hagseth. Hagseth with an inside line. These guys are warriors going at it.
This battle just will not go away. These two have been train here for about 6 laps. Hagseth with the upper hand now, but there's a lot of history with these two guys, and I know there's not a lot of love there.
Number 11, Doug DeHaan, getting his last lap flag, Brian. He's in 4th place right now. There's number 16, Gavin Grayson, with a little pump to the fans. This guy's got to be stoked. So does that whole team.
You know, he's torquing around here. He's a low-revving rider, gentle on the bike. He's got so much confidence. Yeah, there's stuff like that happening everywhere out here. But Grayson is the man. The ultra-supreme confidence. He is the next big thing. Nobody wants it as much as this guy. And you know what? He had to win today. He delivered, and he won both motos. OTS, FF, Suzuki Canada. All his sponsors just got to be stoked.
I can't wait to see Grayson and Klein go at it. Look at that. Lothridge has got a problem, Brian. He was in 3rd place. He's in the middle of the track, and look at Dubé banging bars all over the place.
Riding with reckless abandon. Dubé is, but Lothridge down from a solid 3rd. The guy rode awesome. Hagseth shaking his head. They're not too happy. There's Gavin Grayson with a sweep. This kid's stock just went up tenfold.
It's been a great weekend here in Walton as Damon Huffman takes his final cruise up to the impound. Fans giving him props. Gavin Grayson with a great ride, but I want to go down to 3rd place. Doug DeHaan inherits 3rd with the Lothridge problem. Treadwell in 5th, Dubé in 6th, and I love Hagseth in 7th.
MX1 Moto number 2, just finishing this guy right here, Doug. He's probably the happiest man going. 4-3 on the day, Doug. I'm pretty sure this is going to give you 2nd overall. Great way to end the season.
Yeah, you know, it started out with the 2nd place of the first moto at Mission, and you know, it took me a while to get back up here, but you know, I couldn't think of a better way to end the season, and leave the season on a good note. It feels great.
These are the final standings for 05 and our national numbers for next year. How about Homan's in 6th, and Lothridge ran out of fuel in that last moto. He gets 8th.
Third place overall in the MX1 class. You know him, number 2, Damon Huffman.
I had a great season. It's always fun to come up here and ride for Blackfoot. They do a great job and make my job easy. But, I just had a couple bad motos, which kind of took me on that second place finish. I got something else I want to tell everybody. I've been racing for 25 years, 14 professionally, and this is my final race.
Wow. Damon Huffman, you're retiring right here today?
Montreal Supercross is up in the air, but for motocross, this is it.
There you go. Boy, we saw your last race. That was an impressive race. Let's give a big round of applause for number 2, Damon Huffman. Let's bring up at number 16, Gavin Grayson!
And everybody who's out there cheering, I heard so many people in every section of the track. I didn't know that many people knew me, but I'm glad you guys were cheering, whether for the love of motocross or for the person out front and everybody on the track. I appreciate it. I knew I could do it the whole time. I had a couple tough breaks here and there, and different tracks. You got a kind of different mindset, and I had kind of a negative attitude. I was kind of down. I knew I could do better than my results were showing, so I just kind of regrouped and pulled it together. And I had the bike. I just needed to become the rider to ride it. And every time I've ridden it, I've gotten more and more comfortable thanks to, Team Suzuki of Canada and Ocean Transport, Andre, and Ron Ashley over at Pro Action Suspension. Them guys, all the guys, that are surround me. It's about surrounding yourself with good people, and that's why I'm up here today, is because of them guys.
So I'd like to present the King of Walton sword for 2005 to Gavin Grayson.
I would like to bring onto the stage number 1, JSR, John Sebastian Walla. 5 championships in a row. Now, Jean, you were lucky enough last weekend to clinch the number 1 plate in front of your hometown fans, Quebec fans. It must have been very special for you. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, for sure. Last weekend, I clinched the championship. I was looking for Walton for sure to race and put a good show for you guys, but cracked some ribs and knocked myself last weekend in that crash. So I was not able to ride. I tried to ride this morning. It was too sore. So. I've been working hard, and of course the Honda team is behind me 100%. I've been working with the same mechanic, the same bikes, same sponsor pretty much for the last 4 years. So I've been, I've known the track. I think I have everything on my side for, to win motos. And if I was not winning, I was second or third. So it's been a tough series. I think a lot of guys stepped it up this year, and it was really tough. I needed to train harder and ride harder. And, it's just getting a little tougher, but hopefully, I'm pretty pumped to have number 1 again on my bike next year, and we'll be back here race Walton in 2006.
2005 will be remembered as the year of mud. We had rain at 6 of 9 nationals, and Gavin Grayson's performance will go down in the history books. Remember to log on to Flip Motion's website